I like to call balls and strikes, okay? So if you're watching this and you're saying, hey, Ronnie, you're being unfair. I'm a military enthusiast, patriotic podcast listener, and a UFC fan, and I'm highly professional. Well, hey, I guess they want going after you.
Some of the recruits failed drug testing, have disqualifying criminal backgrounds, or don't meet the physical or academic requirements to serve.
Additionally, nearly half of recruits failed the written exam, even with access to notes and textbooks.
How the f do you fail an open book test? The answers are here. You just put them here. This is what happens when you don't have immigrants to cheat off of, okay? But look, I guess it's... But I guess it's hard to take a written test when you're wearing Oakleys indoors. So now we have a massive new police force of poorly trained recruits hopped up on Rick Ross music, unleashed into American cities and suburbs. And for the past few months, federal agents have been terrorizing people in their own neighborhoods.
Over the past year, Americans have witnessed masked ICE agents detain mothers in front of their children, people shot by federal agents, and more than 170 U.S. citizens held inside detention centers.
A 79-year-old business owner says he was body slammed and pinned to the ground despite being a U.S. citizen.
Carlos Jimenez, a U.S. citizen, tried to drive around the officers when one shot him in the back of his shoulder.
Masked agents shot pepper balls at a pastor.
A woman who was handcuffed was suddenly being dragged by one arm.
Federal agents drag away a blind protester.
He kept yelling, she's pregnant, she's pregnant.
Okay, look, I know. I voted wrong, okay? I'm sorry. But look, it's so evil that the only level above this is cartoonishly evil.
A Halloween parade for children canceled after agents deployed what appeared to be tear gas.
It's a Halloween parade. Those are just kids. They want actual Korean demon hunters, okay? And look, if you're thinking they don't need to enforce the law this violently, you're correct. They don't need to be this violent. The violence and showing the violence is the point. This is why just breaking down these videos frame by frame doesn't tell the whole story of what happened here, okay? People keep saying this ICE agent feared for his safety. Maybe so. But we also have to acknowledge that this woman probably feared for her safety too, and for good reason. And telling someone to just comply with law enforcement isn't helpful when ICE has spent the past year acting less like law enforcement and more like a lawless militia. So unfortunately, we can keep expecting this to happen. Not because ICE is going to dangerous situations, but because they keep going into safe situations and then making them more dangerous than they need to be. But at the very least, if ICE is going to keep recruiting people with no business being in law enforcement, maybe we can counter that with an ad that unrecruits them.
Are you the type of guy who wants to be an ICE agent because it looks like playing Halo? Then here's an even better idea. Just stay home and play Halo. If living out your video game fantasy makes you want to join ICE, then we'd rather you didn't. So call 1-800-NO-ICE and we'll send you a PlayStation 5 and a dozen Xboxes so you can work out all that aggression safely in your stepdad's basement. Or maybe you like how ICE makes law enforcement look like a rap video. So we'll sign you up for YouTube Premium so you can just keep watching rap videos in your house, away from everyone else. Joining ICE means going outside, and outside is cold. But inside is warm and has Wi-Fi, so you can look at all those dank ICE memes. Whatever void in your life is making you respond to those ICE ads, we'll fill it. It's better for everyone. We'll also throw in a Pornhub subscription. You didn't ask for it, but we just assumed. So stay at home, because we want you to not join ICE. Brought to you by Americans who just want to go outside without getting shot.